Ooh. Another dimension.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the
Wow.
desert. Especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
Shrine of
I'm
Anubis.
scared.
From Anubis.
They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the tavern?
Paimon's so
What's
scared.
wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you
Damn.
might regret.
Low-key
Me
threat.
too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
I want to see them do like a Yu-Gi-Oh style battle though. Like they seem like a good matchup, you know? Like Cyno's serious and Sethos is kind of more like, you know, playful and lighthearted. Okay, let's see what this mysterious person... Oh my lord, okay, that reminds me of Zelda right there. Okay, let's see. Watch, there's just like a disco club in here. There's like a massive club in here. He's like, let's dance. And there's just like a dance floor, like a desperate dance floor. Alright, let's see here.
You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
Okay, we'll be silent.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the
Oh,
oasis by chance. They were waiting for us.
Yep.
Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
Probably Cyrus himself that planned
So
that out.
this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Wow. Oh, he's back.
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Please, at least tell us what to call you.
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves.
Alright.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off.
Are there any chests in here?
Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Alright, so wait for a bit and talk to everyone. So I guess we have to talk to each of them. Let's go. What does Cyno have to say?
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound. So that's something.
Okay, let's see what Sethos has to say.
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would.
So, you get a lot of people asking you questions?
Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
You were the one who tricked Uraka, right?
Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not
know.
entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was.
Did you tell him to use that wording?
Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did
gosh.
exactly what he was told.
Got him drunk.
And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him.
Keeping a secret.
All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait.
Do you know Cyno?
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
Yeah.
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front,
Oh,
you'll
Lord.
have nothing left to look forward to.
Okay. I bet you he was also chosen to get, like, undergo the mutations or whatever. So he's kind of like Cyno's Witcher brother, basically. Alright, you were the one who tricked Uraka, right? I think we asked him that already. Have you ever been to the academia?
Nope, not once.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this
Lord.
world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
Are you saying you have spies inside the city?
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Alright, that's all I wanted to ask. Oh. Here he is. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Okay. His assistant. Oh. Thought she was gonna talk. Okay. That's his secretary right there. Secretary of Silence. Oh, nice transition. Dang, okay. Getting fancy here with that stuff. With the production quality. Uh-oh. Wow, look at that.
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
That's his grandpa?
Well done, Sethos.
Oh, Lord. Moon.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Oh, gosh, okay. Hopefully he's alright.
Professor!
Maybe he's like a traitor or something to the
Cyrus,
order.
are you okay?
Oh, man. Come on,
Watch what
man.
you're doing!
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to
He
us.
escaped the
We had to find a way to bring him back
temple or
to
something, you know?
us.
That's why they're hunting him down.
Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now the time has come to demand payment.
Man.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
Damn.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do. You shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
Yeah, tell us.
My secrets are secret for good reason.
Damn.
Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own
Oh,
children.
dang. Is he like, mother?
You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did.
What did he do?
Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power.
Oh, okay. So it looks like maybe he took Cyno with him, like as a child, to escape the temple.
We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you.
Damn.
And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Cyno.
Does he mean you?
Yep.
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning.
Okay.
Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel.
So it kind of was like a Witcher experiment, you
Many
know?
believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson.
Interesting.
One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the 2nd stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen
Like a
before.
parallel experiment?
I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate
Cyno and
be gone
Sethos?
from the world for good.
Interesting.
Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
Ah, dude, okay.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since.
Dang.
I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
So it seems like he's trying to recruit Cyno, like bring them back into the fold, basically. Him and Cyrus, maybe.
I see.
Or at least Cyno, because he has the power
So
of
that's how I gained my power.
Anubis.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
I wonder if they're gonna have a
As
showdown.
a follower
you know?
of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long.
Damn.
Now, it is time to reclaim it.
It's always the rainforest
That
versus the
power
desert.
is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one.
Oh, man.
My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear, and your objections mean little given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Dang.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing.
Yeah, you tell him,
Say
Cyno.
that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Fair enough,
Wait.
right?
Those ears.
Oh,
So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst.
wow.
Splendid. Fate smiles upon us.
He was
after
so
all.
excited for his ears. It was like,
Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
yeah, he seems a little crazy, man. Oh, Lord. He's a cult leader.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Sick. Well, Moon's condition is critical. He must have been forcing himself to act strong. His eyesight must be failing him too, otherwise he would have noticed Tighnari's ears right away. Ah, it's a good observation.
Bamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase.
Alright.
Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours.
Damn.
Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
Dude, we're not gonna leave without him.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better.
Yeah, can we unite
Things will
the
only
rainforest and
continue to
desert?
improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Bamoon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
Alright, it's negotiation
I'm
time.
glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno.
Damn.
Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Nice transition.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Yeah, no pressure, Cyno. The group gathers at the agreed time.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
Okay.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence, so on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments.
Oh,
That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child.
damn.
I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermanubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermanubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way.
Don't make rash decisions, Cyno. There must be another way.
No. I have no intention of returning it.
Alright.
I need this power to protect Sumeru.
Yep.
But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
Okay.
So I will challenge them head on.
Nice.
And win the right to wield this power for myself. Fair and square.
Dude, Cyno is such a shonen protagonist, you know? Oh, man.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility.
Okay.
Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Alright.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Yep.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win this.
Alright, so we're gonna use their honor-bound culture against them, you know, to as leverage for us. We're gonna flip the tables on them. That sounds good to me.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition.
Okay, well that plan hinges on them trusting us, right, to treat Bamoon. Although they did, like Bamoon did seem to take a shine to Tainari because of his lineage, you know, the fox-eared lineage. I forgot what it was called. So maybe that's that covers the, you know, the possibility of them not trusting us, right?
Sethos, let's talk.
Big old door.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me.
Okay. I think they're pretty trusting so far.
Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Temple of Silence. Tainari takes out his medical kit and performs a basic medical exam for Bamoon.
Let's talk outside.
Okay.
Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left.
I wonder if he's bluffing.
A few days at most.
You know, if he's trying to trick him.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
Or if that's true.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Playing mind games with
Yeah,
Sethos.
there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
The two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the rite he himself created.
All right.
Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his 2 companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people.
So is that what they're gonna do?
That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rites, the rite of duels. It's where it all began.
Here we go.
Sounds
Yu-Gi-Oh!
very fitting. I'm in.
Duels.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
Okay.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
We're gonna have to win at TCG or something?
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers,
Oh, actual fights.
you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Cyno,
Ooh.
both of us must put our Ba fragment on
Like
the
a
line.
pink slip race right
The
there.
winner takes them both.
Winner takes both.
Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
All right. It's time to duel.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
Nope.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
And to be a character we can continue pulling for.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself. Yeah, when you put it that way, I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Exactly.
Let's not get sidetracked. We gotta focus on winning. We'll help you see this through.
The Traveler and I will never lose.
Never. Always win, baby.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. Prejudice has pushed people apart.
I know it's not gonna happen, but it'd be cool if we could resolve that schism, you know? Like, in-game. That'd be awesome.
But there must be personal factors at work here, too. I can't shake the feeling that Ba-Moon cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. He's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
Damn. Okay, go to the ceremonial hall.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Hermanubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings.
I like it.
Representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Looks cocky. They should have had a guy with like a Bruce Buffer voice do these introductions, you know? Like the reigning, defending, champion of the world.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decision, Sethos.
He wasn't gonna miss this.
I know what I'm doing,
It's
Grandfather.
fight night.
Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
All right. God, I love how we're just posing like a boy band or something. You know, it's like that could be an album cover right there.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Nice.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle.
All right.
We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Hermanubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight. Fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed.
I'll go first.
Huh? Are you sure?
I'm sure. We want to keep our morale up.
I agree. He's very strong.
Actually, I'm not.
Sending him out first will definitely intimidate the opposing
I
side.
haven't built up Hydro Traveler.
Then you're second.
Okay.
Sure.
We have decided.
Yeah.
So have we. Let's begin.
Oh god, hopefully they give me a buffed up version of Traveler, like a trial version of
Duelists of the first
no.
bout, please step forward.
Oh lord, and I have a dull blade. Jeez. Leave it to me. Ooh. Oh lord. We gonna need the bubble gun at him or something?
Don't forget, safety first!
Oh gosh, okay, we're Dendro mode.
Hey,
Lord.
you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it!
A little bit too much chatter from the audience
Yeah,
over there.
Paimon. It's supposed to be a
Hey!
reverence here. Alright. Can this guy be? Okay, it looks like these guys are pretty weak. Guys' health is like just melting. Okay. I'm so glad they didn't make me actually use Traveler. Like my own Traveler, you know? There we go. Oh, I have Sapwood Blade on. Cool. Alright.
A swift end to the first bout.
Oh,
I now invite the duelists of the
Damn.
second bout to please step forward.
look at that drip. He has Hunter's Bath on.
When you're both ready, you may begin.
Alright, let's see
Let's
Tainari
begin.
do this. Come on,
Watch
Maori. Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
He stayed hydrated. Oh, alright.
One with the forest.
There we go. This guy's almost dead. I haven't even built my Tainari. He's still like level 50 or something. Because I got him around the time of the voice actor controversy, and I was just like, don't really feel like building him up, you know?
Thus ends the second bout. We will now move to the third bout.
All
Duelists,
right, here we go.
Please step forward.
The main event of the
I'm
evening.
ready.
So am I.
Ooh, that music.
This is the final stage of the rite.
Damn, I like this.
I remind you both that the terms you agreed upon in advance are binding.
Nice.
When you're both ready.
All right,
you
I don't
may
even have
begin.
Cyno, so. Ooh, let's do this. Damn, I like this theme.
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis,
Like it.
grandson of Bamoon,
Anime
the
intro
leader
right here.
of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power,
Wow.
longing to see his spirit and his light descend
All
upon
right.
us. Now,
Damn.
I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that
You should be
power.
a pro wrestler right
I
there.
am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the
Nice.
sage of Spontamon.
Yeah.
I fight in defense of my power.
These guys are cutting promo
my
right here,
professor,
man.
And my
They
nation.
practiced.
And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching.
That's
So
right.
bare your soul.
All right.
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands.
Damn, OG right there.
I understand his beliefs well.
Veterano.
And I know
Veterano.
what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city.
Wow.
Gazing down at the streets below.
Ushering in a new
Then
era.
I thought of you, Cyno. You and I both wield the same power.
Damn, this is good.
The lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment
Nice
of
build-up.
Anubis stands for something different. Might, glory, and one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
All right.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us, shaped the course of our lives. We are his vessels, and yet we are more besides. So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith, more than the power I wield.
Damn.
Show me the person I can become!
All right, show him, Cyno. Ooh, stare down. All right, here we go.
Bring it on!
Damn, okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Ooh, Lord. Oh. Oh, shoot. Damn, so they have like the same powers. I wonder what they're gonna do to differentiate Sethos if he's playable, you know? But his are white. Oh, dang.
That's all you've got. What happened is searching for your answer.
I like this. Okay, equally matched so far, guys. Oh, there's his signature. Damn. Spear fight right here. All right. Oh, she swept him. Nice. Damn. Oh, landed on his feet though.
Fight's over.
Why?
Do you yield?
Oh, because he lost his weapon. Damn, Sethos.
You won.
That means he's gonna be a 4-star.
Well then,
Just kidding.
looks like you found your answer.
Is he gonna remove the fragment? Oh, that's what it looks like? Damn.
I give his
like a
glory to
Stellaron right there. Push it in his chest. Damn. Dang. Okay.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great
Wow.
Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged
Tynar?
from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Akhmar.
Al-Akhmar.
After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tainarian priests and led them to the city of Tule Tula.
So that's where Tainari comes from, huh?
There, they founded the Temple of Silence. And
Wow.
from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization.
Interesting.
Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tainarians.
Tainarians.
But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule Tula.
Oh, wow.
The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence
Damn.
as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple
Traitors,
so
man.
as to hold on to their rule over the city.
Yeah.
They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and
Bob
began
fragments.
the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers.
Interesting.
With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army.
That Tainari's ancestor or
Yet,
something?
we were not hailed as heroes.
Unsung
Strange
heroes.
and unfamiliar as this power was,
Dang.
it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us.
Just like the X-Men.
In the end, the people of the temple and
Or the
Tule
Witchers.
Tula Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest.
Wow.
What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long.
Oh man, he's gonna die?
Today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more.
Die right after
Thank
this
you.
lore dump? Right after that exposition dump? He's gonna die. He's gonna croak. Oh man. Oh, cool. So did his kit get an upgrade or
How
something?
is it? Do you feel okay?
Eyes. Oh, did he die on the throne? Then he opens them. He's like, oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, damn. Press F. Dang, okay, that was kind of a sad ending.
Grandfather.
You, Sethos, and the other members of the temple bid farewell to Bamoon. In the Great Hall, people gather around the coffin to pay their respects. The atmosphere is grim.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point.
I think he just wanted to see the Ba fragments reunited before he passed.
At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close.
Got closure.
Before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanupis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader.
In that animated
Cyno.
segment, it looked like there was 3 though, right? Like 3 of them. So is there one more Ba fragment out there?
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize. I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia.
Duty
I
comes
did foresee
first.
this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader, Sethos. I believe the honor should go to you.
All right.
Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Ba-Moon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Ba-Moon looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Ba-Moon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader.
This kind of reminds me of the
Just
ending
think of it as doing me a favor.
of kind of like the ending of the first Yakuza game, actually.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to
Alright,
become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more.
All about the friends
That's
you made
a
along
much
the
bigger
way.
deal than you might think, Sethos.
Yep.
You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the temple too.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Nice.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Ba-Moon's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel. That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Hermanubis would be concentrated in one single person. Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength. And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple, much less integrate the temple into the Academia
Planned
by
it all.
force. He knew that the temple's
He
future
knew.
would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the Academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free from the burdens of the past. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the Academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor. No matter what happened after that, it would result in a net benefit to the temple.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the Academia.
Yeah.
In that sense, the right of duels was just a means to an end. Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the
Nice.
Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge.
All right.
The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need
dang.
information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you.
So are there gonna be a bunch of books
You
here we
must
could
be
read?
exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes.
Yep.
By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluca Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar.
Ah, okay.
He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tynarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall of Tuletula. The Tynarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tynarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest.
So that explains why he's from the forest.
In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
Yep.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tynarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
Okay, so this is kind of like a Tynari story quest, too.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
Yep.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads.
Damn, that's deep.
I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All right.
And arrange for an official delegation from the Academia to come and meet you in the desert.
Can we see him report
I'm sure you'll
to
have
Nahida?
lots to
That'd be
attend to
cool.
in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will.
Get to know each other.
All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
All right.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Best of luck to you, Sethos. Yeah, I want to see Nahida again. All right, return to the Academia. Hopefully we have to actually report to her, because that would actually be like a nice little cameo to wrap it up. Okay, so it looks like this is on our map now as a permanent location. Interesting. I wonder if there will be stuff to do here, like other world quests, or like if there will be like chests or books that we could pick up to get some lore exposition. All right, so let's go ahead and return to the Academia, and hopefully we'll see him reporting to Lesser Lord Kusanali, because I really want to see that. I think it would be a nice way to kind of like wrap up this story quest, and bring it to a close, bring it to a strong close. Oh, I thought this guy was gonna play a bigger role, honestly.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Poor Cyrus.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
Oh, man.
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer?
Okay, these guys are kind of reminding me of like an old version of Al-Haytham and Kaveh a little bit.
A one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's
I think it's just jealous that he wasn't there.
Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
Oh, man.
What do you mean, bag of bones?
This guy break,
I'm a flesh
dude.
and blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers.
Okay, I guess that's somewhat
Okay,
true.
look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the Academia?
Just ask for drinks and dinner or something.
1 month?
Oh,
Try
Lord.
3.
Inari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
Yeah, we're too young to get involved.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
It's funny.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time.
Oh,
The last
man.
time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me?
Yeah, I do.
We can go for dinner afterwards.
All right.
My treat.
And we have to battle
You
in
in?
TCG still.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Free food is free food. Always happy to help.
Paimon's coming too. Let's go.
Of course, Paimon's not gonna miss out on free dinner. All right. Okay. Can we? I know I keep saying it, but I really want to see him report to Nahida. Oh, Farazan's here. Nice. Okay, that's one of my favorites. She's like my favorite, honestly.
Hey, Kale.
You're back.
Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in
Oh,
a major
man.
catastrophe.
I love
All
Farazan.
taken care of.
Like an old lady inside like a Hatsune Miku body.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well.
Oh man, it's like she's
Yes,
gonna
and you too.
pinch their cheeks or spank them or something.
When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know?
Oh man.
I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me? And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Oh jeez.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
Oh
You're
Lord.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Madam
It's not the first time that I've
Farazan.
had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear?
They're all looking at
Because
Kale
if you
like,
don't,
Kale, please do something.
telepathic,
He's giving me the signal.
commiserating.
All right. Guess it's time to play my ace in
Nice.
the hole.
All right, what is it? Distraction.
Say, Madam Farazan.
Nice.
I can see you're pretty upset, but I was just wondering. Remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia?
There we
Does
go.
that offer still stand?
Kale to the rescue.
Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands.
Oh man.
Come on. Madam Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
It's too easy to manipulate, right? You appeal to her sense of being the elder.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that.
Oh man.
Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official academia tour
That's
guide.
Madam Farazan to you, Paimon.
Kale! Cup.
Huh?
Huh? What? Oh!
What is it, like
Right!
World's Best Teacher Cup or something?
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
Okay. No, that's not what it means. What does it mean?
It's code for let's reconvene at the
Oh.
cafe. Tainari and I
That
used
makes
it while
sense.
we were in school. And it's become something of a
Cup,
family
okay.
tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
All right.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's bring them along too.
All right. Oh man, I'm so glad we got to see Farazan. That was a nice little cameo.
You'd better start packing your things. Report for work first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be waiting for you.
Clock
What
in,
about my
man.
allowance? Oh, and his lunch covered. How about dinner?
Negotiating his
Don't
benefits.
push your luck. Let's not forget who is compensating
Oh
whom
man,
here.
that's funny.
Hey, man's gotta eat.
Bring some
Help me
tomatoes.
figure out something for lunch at least. I'm counting on you.
And he's get his Lunchables. All right, let's see here. All right, it looks like that looks like Kaveh sitting there. Let's see here. What does he have to say? Him and Al-Haytham.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Al-Haytham engaged in diligent studying?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look, there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome was better than we could have hoped for.
Are they coming to dinner? Cyno informs Al-Haytham and Kaveh of everything that happened in the desert.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future. Now, as a token of my appreciation,
Nice.
I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Oh, coffee. I thought it was dinner.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, sounds great. Although after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another coffee. But I can just order something else.
Sure. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Gathering the crew. Let's go get us a cup of coffee on Cyno.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and
Oh my
knocked him
gosh.
right out cold. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts.
Whoa! Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
A truly
man.
edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Typical, I'll hate them.
Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced
Oh
and then
my
waved their
gosh.
sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
They're just showing off all the new animations and poses that they made.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very
Yep.
dignified of
Magnanimous
you, Cyno.
right there.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
True champ.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
The venue was pretty impressive too. A very ceremonial affair.
Yeah, huge place. It felt like something right
who's
out of an
coming?
epic poem. Imagine this.
Who's here?
It was like there was.
Maybe save
Oh, I thought
that
someone
one
was gonna
for
be around
later,
the
Paimon.
corner.
Dessert's here.
Ooh, what's for dessert? Everyone enjoys each other's company, and the gentle Mahamatra's generosity. The shockwaves left by the Temple of Silence gradually fade
I
away.
think that'll do me for today.
Okay.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
All right, these guys are going back to work for a bit.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
Will do, Kaveh. Will do.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
All right, Kale. It's just us and Cyno now,
Kale's
right?
come a long way.
And Tainari.
She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Sure is.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
That was good. It feels like everything's finally wrapped up now. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Cyno got, they were really good. Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
No, you don't, Paimon. But let's come back again sometime.
Do you 3 have anything planned for the rest of the day?
Why?
If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Oh, okay, sure. Where are we going?
That's a secret for now.
Oh,
Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Oh, dang. All right,
Okay.
Cyno.
I think I can guess where you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
Okay.
Well, now Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
All right. Okay, are we going up to the top of the tree? Okay, looks like they're gonna end this with like a scenic vista, like an epic scenic vista. Yep.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Oh man.
Oh, look at this place. We're so high up.
Need any help?
Don't underestimate me. I'm actually a tree climbing champion.
As you wish.
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Sure
What a
is.
great view. We're so high up, we can see for miles.
Traveler,
Yeah?
turn around.
Uh-oh. It's gonna push us over, push us off the tree. Ooh, look at that sunset. It's beautiful.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends.
Oh.
When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts
Important
help us
questions
to
right
find
there.
a rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time,
That's
too.
true, man. As long as Hermanubis' power endures, you will remain inextricably linked to the Temple of Silence.
You two really are like brothers.
Yeah, they are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
You're one tough cookie, Cyno. You're a true champion now.
Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit.
Damn.
Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Lord. Okay, Cyno.
Those were good times. I kind of miss the student life.
These guys are reminiscing.
Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop. There's somebody there.
Oh, who's that? Cyrus.
It's Professor Cyrus.
Professor.
You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, he's gonna jump down?
Hey, you're not supposed to jump down! Be careful!
Oh, man. Alright, so what are we supposed to do? Hang out with Tainari up here? Oh. Oh, now I'm playing as Cyno. Ooh.
Oh my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Cyno, just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some
gosh.
old notebooks?
Probably photos of himself young. Yep.
Some old photos?
Okay, I have a feeling that kid is Cyno, right?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the sage's office. I must have forgotten to take it with me, and no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. I swung by the old office to have a look around and just happened across it. Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture.
Yep, that's
still
him.
a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep.
Lisa's that old?
Looks like her work, all
Hey.
right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
I think cheeky's an understatement.
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they?
I like Cyrus.
Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious. Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Oh god, what is it?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Damn, Lisa had a
Look
crush
how
on Cyrus or
cute you were
something.
when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now
Lord.
you're besting me at those little quips, too.
It's like father and son moment right here.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
Huh, that's more like it. Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I know what I would say.
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
Nice.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week.
Damn, that's soon.
Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Oh,
I
Lord.
have got to beat
It
Zaha
is
Hadi.
tomatoes.
Or you could find a real hobby, Professor.
Damn. Gardening's a real hobby, Cyno. Come on. Just wait till you're a retired old man. Alright, so it looks like that's a wrap. Alright, let's see what they have to say afterwards for. This is always like the fun part, right? Talking to them after. Actually, let me see. Does Nahida's ability do anything on them?
I can't treat my
Oh, it
students
does.
like kids anymore. I have to admit, Cyno has matured far beyond my expectations. From now on, I'll just enjoy life as a retired sage. The future is safe in the hands of the younger generation.
Okay, that's cool. Like, I wish I had been remembered to use Nahida's skill, like, throughout the rest of this quest. I always forget that she can scan NPCs, you know? Yeah, so honestly, I forgot what Cyno's first story quest is about. I wish I probably should have read up on it again first, just to, like, jog my memory, because honestly, I completely forgot. It's been a while, what it was about, but I did enjoy this one. It showed us some backstory about Cyno. It had some humor, and it explored and exposited some of the lore that we've probably been wondering about, and even just the new lore, like about the Temple of Silence and all that was pretty interesting. It was a good character introduction to Sethos, and we even learned a little bit about Tainari. I just wish that we would have gotten a cameo from Nahida, but other than that, I think that was a pretty good quest, especially considering that I'm not a huge fan of Cyno. It did a pretty good job, like, of getting to know him better and get his backstory, you know? It's interesting to see that kind of, like, Witcher-esque kind of backstory between him and Sethos, how they're kind of, like, almost like brothers, you know what I mean? Like, brothers separated at birth, basically. United by the fragments of Hermanubis, the Ba fragments. But anyway, I think that's good for now. I wonder what other people think of this. Let me know. Feel free to share. Take care. Bye.